What drives a 14-year-old to send a text right after ending her own mother's life? This isn't fiction. This isn't a movie. It happened in a quiet Mississippi home, with a single decision that shattered a family forever. Was it mental illness, cold calculation, or a teenage mind hiding something far darker than anyone imagined? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will make you question everything you thought you knew about kids, crime, and consequences. She was just 14 years old when she invited her friend over. That friend had no idea they were about to step into a moment that would change lives forever. What happened inside that house left even experienced investigators stunned. And it all began with one teenage girl, one argument, and one decision that went too far. Carly Gregg, a name that now echoes through courtrooms, news reports, and quiet conversations in Brandon, Mississippi. On the surface, Carly seemed like any ordinary teen. She went to school, kept to herself, and lived with her mother Ashley Smiley, a beloved math teacher, and her stepdad Heath. But underneath the surface, something was off. On March 19, 2024, after a dispute with her mom about what's believed to be substance use, Carly crossed a line no one expected. But it wasn't just what she did. It was how she did it that left everyone speechless.
A home surveillance camera caught the moment 15-year-old Carly Gregg shot her mother in their home. She creeps through the house, a handgun behind her. Moments later, the sickening sound of gunshots.
After the confrontation, Carly didn't panic. She didn't run. Instead, she invited a friend over with that now infamous text. When the friend arrived, they were led into a scene that they could never unsee. Calmly, almost coldly, Carly revealed what had happened in the home. She then sent a message to her stepdad, asking him to return home. When he walked through the door, what happened next could have ended much worse, but he managed to take control and call for help.
The gun went off in my face before the door was, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches wide open.
Smiley wrestling the gun away, making this frantic call to 911.
She tried to shoot me. Hey, I need some gloves. Graves, but he's 10-2. It went through his shirt. You got me right there. Magnolia Place, they gave the side of injury. She went over the side back towards my vehicle. She might have looked around this way. Might look back, going back towards the pond right there.
Now the question is, what really drove Carly to this? Was it teen rebellion gone too far, or something far deeper? In court, 2 completely different stories were told. Her defense claimed she was dealing with serious mental struggles, hallucinations, emotional breakdowns, even moments of disconnection from reality. But prosecutors argued that Carly knew exactly what she was doing.
She doesn't know what was going on at that time. We're asking you to find her not guilty by reason of insanity.
I put 3 in my mom, and I got 3 more waiting for my stepdad. You think that sounds like an insane person?
They showed messages, security footage, and witness accounts that painted a calculated picture, one that was far from out of control.
Your daughter tried to shoot you? Yeah. Where is she at? She ran away. How old is she? 14. 14? Okay, ma'am, stay on the phone. Ma'am, stay on the phone with me. Just calm down. What's your name? Okay, calm down for me. Give me your name again. Heath Smiley. Heath Smiley? Yes, sir. All right, Miss Sir, what's your phone number you calling me from? Did she hit you? Yeah, I got hit in the neck a little bit. Okay, so did it graze your neck? Yes, sir. All right, and what's her name? Carly Gregg. Carly Gregg? Does she still have a running on her? I took it from her. She ran. You took it from her and she ran? Yes, sir.
She looked up, and just a few feet away stood the man she once called Dad. Heath Smiley, her stepfather, now entered the courtroom, not as family, but as a key witness. For 14-year-old Carly Gregg, that moment shifted everything. Heath recounted in detail the moment everything changed. He described arriving home, the shock of what he discovered, and the confrontation that followed. Though hurt, he didn't speak from a place of anger, but from heartbreak. He said, "She didn't recognize me. Something in her eyes was different." This testimony drew silence across the courtroom.
We all heard Carly screaming when you walked into the garage, from the garage into the kitchen on March 19th. How did Carly appear to you when you walked in?
Like I said, my initial thoughts were she was terrified, scared out of her mind. I still to this day don't think she ever even recognized me. Something was wrong there. I don't know what, but something was off.
Throughout the trial, Carly's demeanor was complicated. At times, she appeared emotional, wiping away tears when her stepfather spoke about her mother. But then, during other moments, she cracked small smiles, particularly when speaking privately with her legal team or when her stepfather mentioned their current relationship. He testified that they still talk and that they are good. A strange statement in the midst of everything, but perhaps it's a sign of a bond that hadn't fully broken. Her unusual close bond with her stepfather Heath has quietly captured attention across social media platforms. Online users, especially on TikTok and within various podcast communities, have raised questions. Was there something deeper than the typical parent-child relationship? These discussions gained traction due to several moments that stood out, both in and out of the courtroom. Viewers pointed to their consistent communication, warm physical exchanges caught on camera, and Carly's emotional responses during Heath's appearances in court. Some questioned why Heath, despite being a foster or step-parent figure, maintained constant contact and showed a level of support that felt unusually intense to observers.
Carly Gregg's stepdad is saying he still loves her. Heath Smiley even mouthed, "I love you," as she wept in court. Her stepdad was a key prosecution witness against Carly. But get this, he is now raising money for her appeal, and he still speaks with her whenever he can. That's baffling the prosecutor, who spoke to Allison Hall.
Heath Smiley and Carly Gregg continue to communicate with each other almost on a daily basis.
Wow. And do you know the nature of those communications?
So far, they just appear, to be talking about what's going on, their love for each other and things like that. Again, I don't understand it, but people process trauma in such different ways.
Before the incident that brought Carly into the public eye, their interactions were already drawing quiet curiosity. Text messages between them, Heath's presence at nearly every court proceeding, and his emotional commitment raised eyebrows among those watching closely. Even after legal guidelines limited communication, Heath appeared willing to stretch boundaries to maintain a presence in Carly's life. This behavior, while legally ambiguous in the eyes of some, was interpreted by others as simply a display of deep paternal care. Media coverage, though careful not to make any unfounded claims, sometimes echoed the online tone.
Talk about was she never inquired about her mother. I mean, that's why I was saying that, she only asked about her stepdad. Hence, even when she got out of the car, she asked, "How's my stepdad?" It was never she never said, "Is my mom okay?" or anything like that. I assumed that she didn't even know about her mom, and I didn't know the full details of the case whenever I got there.
Tell us about yours and Carly's relationship before March 19, 2024.
We were always good. We laughed and played and messed around, loved video games, and took her to karate stuff until she kind of got tired of that. She started going to guitar practice weekly, so I was taking her to that every week. We got along great.
Reports often noted that Heath fought hard to stay connected with Carly, showing unwavering support from start to finish. This included staying aligned with the prosecution, not stepping away or becoming a controversial figure, something that might have occurred had there been anything improper to hide. Despite the speculation, it's important to acknowledge the facts. No legal filings, courtroom testimony, or formal accusations have ever indicated anything inappropriate. No judge, lawyer, or investigator has presented evidence that suggests misconduct. Keith remained on the side of the prosecution throughout the trial, actively contributing as a witness for the case, hardly the behavior of someone entangled in a hidden scandal. Ultimately, the whispered questions about Carly and Heath remain just that, whispers, with no concrete evidence to support the more extreme theories. In the end, the jury believed the evidence. Carly was found fully responsible, and now, she's serving one of the harshest penalties allowed for someone her age.
As to count one, we, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Beginning on the first row, ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? You gotta answer out loud, ma'am, I'm sorry. On the back row, sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? That verdict is proper and unanimous. As to count two, we, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of attempted murder as charged in the indictment. Beginning on the first row, ma'am, is that your verdict? Yes. Sir, is that your verdict? Yes, sir. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Yes. Sir, is that your verdict? Yes. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Yes. On the back row, sir, is that your verdict? Yes, ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Count three, we, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of tampering with evidence as charged in the indictment. Beginning on the first row, ma'am, is that your verdict? Yes. Sir, is that your verdict? Yes, ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Yes, ma'am, is that your verdict? On the back row, sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? All right, all three verdicts appear to be unanimous. The court will enroll the verdict. Your sentences will be as follows. As to count one, the jury having fixed the verdict at life imprisonment, this court will sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count two, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. As to count three, you'll be sentenced to 10 years to serve. All right. Court will be in recess.
Your Honor, clarification, I apologize. On the
Sentences will run concurrent.
Since then, the case has sparked huge debates. How do we balance accountability with compassion for troubled youth? Should teens face adult consequences when their actions go this far? And maybe the biggest question of all, could this have been prevented? Were there warning signs the adults around her missed? Could more support from school counselors or mental health services have made a difference? Others are questioning how society deals with troubled youth. Should a young person's age protect them from serious consequences? Or are some actions so extreme that age no longer matters? One thing is certain, this story has made parents, teachers, and communities all across the country stop and think. How well do we really know the young people in our lives? Is it possible for a teen to appear completely normal while secretly planning something life-changing? And more importantly, what can we do to make sure nothing like this happens again? As Carly sits in a youth facility, waiting for what comes next, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. What do you think drove her to make that choice? Was this the result of hidden pain, or something much darker? Drop your thoughts in the comments.